This is BFC in the USA Tour Diaries episode 2. We'll be taking you right up until that first game in our summer series, a West London derby against Fulham in Philadelphia on Sunday. And what a way to start episode 2. I've got my mate here, Josh Kirk.
Hello, mate.
Head of analysis at the club. How would you analyse episode 1?
I don't believe it's been uploaded yet because I'd have checked it out already, wouldn't I?
Of course, so yeah, for you lot, you've seen it. He hasn't managed to see it because he's been very busy and it's not actually come out yet. How are you getting on so far?
Really well, thank you. How are you? You enjoying it?
We're having a great time, yeah. Very busy, but you know, it's brilliant to be out here.
Busy, but it's a lovely place. It's nice and warm, some good training, and obviously we get to spend moments like this together in a different country.
It's been great getting to hang out with you, not hang out with you a lot because we've both been very busy. We're at the training facility, so why don't we start with a bit of training in episode 2?
Enjoy. Up the USA Bees.
Matchday -2 at our training facility here in Washington, which means there's tactical things going on, there's set piece things going on, and we can't let you lot see that, can we? Because it is all very top secret. Now, yesterday we saw the boys having a bit of fun playing some basketball in the gym, and today they've got a very special treat. There's a basketball coach coming in to show them how it's really done. Is that all right with you two? See you later.
My name is Jim Fitzpatrick. I'm a local varsity boys basketball coach, and today I had the pleasure of welcoming Brentford into our gym to do a little work, a little technique on their shooting, and a little bit of a fun session after their normal training session. I was so thrilled to meet Thomas and have the opportunity to engage with him as a fellow coach. I'm thoroughly impressed. Today what we tried to do is make sure the guys could get a lot of shots up, work on their form, but also have an immense amount of fun, and I was really taken aback and overwhelmed with excitement about their team camaraderie, the way that they worked hard. They had a great time together, and they were willing to step out of their comfort zone as professional soccer players and try a sport that many of them have maybe not tried before. In terms of how they played, I think we've got some work to do in the off season to really get those jump shots and their dribbling ability to where we want them to be. But as a first time out, I thought it was impressive in terms of how hard they worked. But we got some technique work to do.
Next stop, White House. Don't worry about it. Make sure you edit that down.
After training, the group headed over to the White House for a very special guided tour, and there was a beautiful photo opportunity. Get on this. This has got to be squad photo of the season already wrapped up. How was it, lads? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was good. Love it. Interesting.
Yeah? What was your favourite bit?
I guess I can remember. It was too much in too short time.
A lot of information, wasn't it?
I can't even remember.
Can you remember how many presidents they said?
That's a lot.
You didn't know you were going to get quizzed on it after, did you?
No.
Nah.
Well, the only thing I can remember was the colours. I mean, there's red house, there's blue.
Red room, blue room, all the different colour rooms. At least you remembered that, the green room. Nice one. tell you what, we're going to call today Fun Friday because it didn't stop there. After the White House, we came over to watch a bit of baseball as we were rooting for the Washington Nationals against the San Francisco Giants, and a few of the lads actually got to come down for batting practice before the match. Hello Zanka mate, how are you?
I'm good.
It's been a lovely Friday, hasn't it, so far? Basketball in the morning, White House, and now we're at the baseball.
We are going all American today. It's amazing. No, it's good to be out and doing something different than football for once. Kind of just getting to know the lads a little bit more, like in a different setting. Play some basketball was fun. We all kind of suck at it, so that makes it a bit more fun than football normally.
You say everyone, but Ethan's not bad.
No, Ethan's not bad. I think he still lost in the team tournament, but I don't know who won it. So
True.
Check the video, I think.
Yeah, we'll watch it back. We'll watch it back on CJ's camera. You've properly got involved and immersed yourself in it out here whilst you've been on the trip, haven't you? I've seen you out and about a lot.
Yeah. I really enjoy the fact that we're in a place. We're not, we're actually in a city, especially a city with obviously this much history and culture, and kind of the landmarks here are amazing, especially for a guy like me that kind of like American culture, so I truly enjoy it.
You've been educating the lads as you've been walking around with them, because you've been a bit of a tour guide at times, haven't you, bringing them all out?
Yeah, I try to be. I try to kind of tell the guys that like there's a lot of stuff to see that you probably won't, I don't think a lot of the guys will actually go to DC on vacation, so it's just about getting the most of it. So I never thought I'd be in DC, so for me to try that was to experience this is really it's close to some of the best. It's actually definitely the best training camp I've ever had.
That's what we want to hear. It's also been a hard training camp, I know, but we're talking about sports here. You obviously have got the NFL side nailed in the group. You saw Mark this morning hitting the half-court shot. But who is the ultimate sportsman in this squad? You're probably up there.
Yeah. I think I'm a top 5 in everything. Yeah. I'm pretty happy with that. But I think as we have kind of been talking about and touched upon, Ethan's is a natural at basically everything he tries, so I'd put him up there.
What a fun Friday, but it's match day -1 now, which means it's all about the football. Our first Premier League Summer Series game against Fulham out here in the United States. That game taking place over there in Philadelphia. So let's go. Welcome to Philly, home of seamless links like that, and famous of course for Bruce Springsteen, the Rocky Steps and Philly cheesesteaks. I'm getting myself one of them this weekend. We're here for 2 days, including our big game against Fulham, our first in the Premier League Summer Series. We'll also be covering a couple of fan events. There's one going on right now at the stadium we'll be playing in on Sunday, but I'm going to be going to this one in McGillen's Bar. I can't wait to get involved. See you in a bit. Night it has been so far. I'm delighted to say I'm with Adam, a big Bees fan. Adam, tell everyone where you come from and where you support the Bees from.
Yeah, so I flew in here from Seattle, so pretty far away, a couple thousand miles, but very excited to see the Bees for the first time. Very excited to see them in Philly, one of my favorite cities. Love the Bees, very excited to see them in the US.
So talk to me about your love for the Bees and how it all started then.
Yeah, so I had never watched soccer in the U.S. until a couple of years ago. I watched the Women's World Cup, was a big women's soccer fan, decided I needed a men's team to support. The Bees were a good mascot, and it's the best decision I've ever made. My partner said, you should support the Bees, and now I wake up at sometimes 3:30 a.m. To watch the Bees, and it's one of the best choices I've ever made in my life.
You're here today, obviously, at the fan event. We were absolutely blown away when we walked into that room. What was your reaction up there?
Yeah, no, I was surprised. Until today, I had only ever met one other Bees fan. So when I walked in and saw, a couple other people, and then it started to grow and grow, I really thought it'd be 10, 15 people maybe, but when it was maybe 100 plus, I was shocked and astounded and really happy to be a Bees supporter. A phenomenal event, and thank you guys so much for putting this on.
Honestly, mate, thank you so much. Cheers. Look, it's been absolutely amazing to meet so many of our US fans out here, but we've also had loads of you guys make the trip over from the UK, and I'm here with Dom, who has done just that. Dom's guard, see? We love that. Dom, first of all, tell us how your journey's been to get here today.
Oh, so we flew into JFK a couple of days ago. Stayed with a family friend who was amazing, treated us like kings. And then we took a train down, hour-and-a-half train today, which is okay.
You've been collecting some autographs while you've been out here. You've got Aaron and Josh's.
I have.
Who else is on your list then that you want to get out of the squad?
Oh, that's a good question. So I've been collecting photographs. Yeah. I've got Vitali. Nice. I've got Shada at the same time.
Nice.
I've got Brian. Not got that many autographs. Any Brentford player that wants to autograph my shirt, they're welcome.
I cannot keep saying this, but what an evening we're having here in Philadelphia. And I'm joined now by Bryn and Seth. Thank you both for joining me. Thanks for coming out tonight. How's it going?
Awesome.
So good. Awesome. It's just so great.
Look,
so fun.
Since I met you about 5 minutes ago, but you've just not stopped smiling.
Yeah. It's so fun. Everybody's singing the songs. I mean, Aaron Hickey was here. Josh DeSilva and I hugged. It was great.
You hugged Josh DeSilva. I don't think I've even hugged Josh DeSilva. Seth, on that, like we speak a lot about fan engagement, things like that. Like for you guys, seeing Josh and Aaron come down here tonight, how amazing is that?
It's unbelievable. We're used to sort of an American sports structure where that fan engagement isn't here, and the whole vibe of tonight has been completely different. It really feels like a family, and that's really special.
And talk to me about your Brentford stories. I think, Bryn, you're going to throw this to Seth, aren't you? Here?
Yeah, 2003, that's all I know.
Yeah, so in 2003, my dad met a guy named Monty Munford at a business conference.
What a name, by the way,
yeah.
Monty Munford.
I know, Monty!
They became fast friends, and Monty described his football club to my dad, who at that point was in League One. And in that moment, my dad decided we were going to become Brentford fans. So for the next over a decade, we followed the club as best as we could, but the reality was for us, in Orange County, California, there wasn't a ton that we could do. We were feeding on scraps, the highlights that we could get from the team website. So COVID actually was really helpful to us. With iFollow, we could actually watch the games consistently.
And what's a match? I love you, Bryn. So excitable. What's a match day like for you guys then when you're following it?
It's early mornings. For really California, your normal afternoon kickoffs, that's 7 a.m. for us.
Sometimes 4.
For the 12:30 games, it's 4:30 a.m. So those are early days. But I don't think that we've lost one of those games that I've woken up for.
Right.
So
you need to let me know when you're getting up early with a game. And I'm like, Thomas,
win.
don't worry, we've got this one tomorrow.
It's in the bag.
We've got this one.
Man City last year, that's a 4:30 game for us. Totally worth it to wake up.
So good.
Right, some of you recently may have seen an interview I did with KLP where I mentioned to him that we've got a fan out here, get this, by the name of Brentford, and I've only gone and found him at our fan event here in Philadelphia. Brent, I don't know where to start. What's it like being called Brentford?
Usually it's not a big deal in the United States, but tonight it's been a little extra special.
Up there, you've been getting mobbed as much as Aaron Hickey and Josh DeSilva were.
No autographs from me, though. A few pictures. We had some pints. Really good times.
Look, the awkward thing here is you are actually a Brentford fan as well, aren't you?
I am.
And how did that start? Was it literally because of the name?
The name started it off. So I grew up playing soccer. I also collected sports cards. And in 1990-91, there was an English set. I was opening packs and I said, why is my name on this card? And ever since then I said, hey, that's my team. I'm going to support them. Last 5 or 6 years have just been that much more special, and I've been able to follow them that much more. Now, watching them on TV, now that they've made it to Premier League, has been just amazing.
You know what I'm going to have to ask now is, can we actually see your ID? I mean, obviously we'll blur the sensitive stuff. But this is, get on this, people. This is, wow. Can we see this on camera if we cover certain bits? We'll blur, obviously. You get that, Dan? This is where you earn your money, Dan. Absolutely unbelievable. And who's your favourite Brentford player, Brent?
Man, that's a tough one. That's a real tough one. It's like saying which one's my favourite kid. If we're up 3-0, give me David Raya.
Yeah.
You know, let's shut him down.
And talk to me about tonight. How amazing has it been for you? Because we chatted the other day on Zoom.
We did.
And you were saying that there's not a lot of Brentford fans where you live. So.
It's true. Living in the area, I've watched every game last season on the couch by myself. So being able to, being able to actually be in with over 100 Brentford fans going crazy, all enjoying it. Many of them generational from London. It's been a dream.
Brent, before we go, we've got very special something to give you. Meg, who has done an unbelievable job running tonight, but can't listen to me at the moment. Meg, why don't you pop over here? We've got this for you, Brent. Your own shirt, Brentford 1. Talk to you about that.
That's amazing. I mean, Brentford on the front and Brentford on the back.
Exactly.
Extra special.
Will you be wearing it at the game tomorrow?
Oh, you know it. Absolutely.
Brentford. Cheers, mate.
What a night!
What a lovely evening we're having, and I'm joined by the two people that made it all happen, Joe and Meg. First of all, I'm just going to start by saying thank you both for what an unbelievable night I've had and so many other Brentford fans have had. Joe, talk about the preparations today. How much has gone into it?
Yeah, it's been a lot of work. Megan's done a lot of behind the scenes, but the bar's been amazing, setting up all the tables, drinks orders, everything. Yeah, it's been a lot of hard work, but it's been worth it.
Meg, straight away, how lovely was that, Joe, just when Meg has done? I know you have done a lot, mate, but come on, Joe's done a lot as well.
I couldn't have done it without Joe. I forgot things. She had to go back to the hotel because I forgot items because I was panicking. So honestly, I couldn't have done it without her. So no, it's been a team effort, definitely. So obviously we've been on a lot of Zoom calls and like emails, but actually seeing them in person and a lot of them meeting each other in person for the first time because obviously the US is so much bigger than the UK, so most fans don't really get the chance to hang out or do watch parties together. So it's been amazing and everyone was very happy. I think the players were definitely everyone's highlight, for sure. I think that really brought the house down, so that was nice of them to put up with the big crowds and all the requests, but no, it was great.
More of these though, Joe, over the rest of the week?
Yeah, we've got one in Atlanta and one in Washington as well, so yeah, excited for them. Don't know if they'll be as good as this one. Yeah. Hard hack to follow.
I'm sure they will be. Honestly, thank you both so much. I'm having a great time anyway. I'm having a brilliant time. And make sure if you are going to the rest of the games, you get down to one of our fan events. Here we go, the first game of our Premier League Summer Series here in Philadelphia. It is absolutely roasting, and as you can tell from my squint, I've managed to forget my sunglasses today, which isn't ideal. It was an early start this morning for Thomas and his coaching staff and the other off-field staff as they went for a run to the iconic Rocky Steps here in the heart of Philadelphia before they make their way to the Lincoln Financial Field for our West London derby against Fulham. And we're here in the Fan Fest before the game to soak it all up.
Keenan Hall gives it in for 10 points. Nice job.
So I've come to the Brentford tent here at the Fan Fest, and I've bumped into my mate Meg again. You've been very busy last few days, haven't you, mate? What's going on here today?
So we've got the Brentford FC Summer Series Predictor, in which you can win a trip to London to watch the Bees at the G-Tech.
It's almost like that was scripted and you've read it off. By the way, mate, you kitted out this tent unbelievably well. Our good friend Patty Me sorted it out, didn't he?
Oh, big shout out to Matt Parsons, because honestly, everyone who's come in has said it is by far the best tent here, and no one has once mixed up any of the players, so.
If you look at the other tents, we'll show you them a bit later, this is definitely the best looking tent. And we've also actually got the biggest queue today by a long way, which is amazing. I'm not going to do my details on camera because I don't want you to know where I live, or you. See you in a bit. There are Brentford fans everywhere in this fan fest, and I've got a couple with me now. Introduce yourselves, lads.
Hi there, I'm Sean Danhauser, Chicago Bee.
Dan Springman, Chicago Bee.
Wow, so you guys have come a long way for today's game, even though we are playing in the United States of America. I want to know, right, what do I need to do to immerse myself in a traditional match day out here?
I would say, well, first and foremost, hydrate. Really hydrate. If you have an opportunity to do some of the tailgating, that's something unique to America.
Yeah, talk to me about tailgating. I've heard a lot about this, right?
So most of our stadiums are located in areas not close to pubs. We have to bring the pub with us.
Nice.
So everybody parks their cars, puts out a little grill and a nice cooler full of beer, and then we enjoy each other's company.
I love that. That's amazing. And what about inside the stadium? If I want something to eat, what will I be getting inside? Because in England we have your burgers, things like that. What am I going to get over here?
Very similar fare. Hot dogs, burgers, chicken sandwiches, pizza. Yeah, pretty basic standard fare.
Yeah, and what's the atmosphere going to be like in there today?
I think it's going to be great today. We have so many people who are getting their first opportunity to root for the Bees.
Yeah.
And we're going to smash Fulham. So
that's what
it's going to be the best day ever.
That's what I want to hear. Going to be the best day ever. Thanks so much, guys. I'm going to leave you to it.
And then we'll feel it. We'll just get in the right place there.
Turn this into a little hip shade now.
Hello, guys. How are you? You all right? Enjoying yourselves?
Yeah, it's been nice.
It's like a good festival vibe, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great vibes.
Amazing.
So you say you guys, I don't want to make too many assumptions, but you've made the journey over from England.
Yeah.
What made you want to come over?
Just to live the experience with Brentford. This is like an amazing experience for Brentford. And to come all the way to America to watch the Bees, it's a once in a lifetime experience. So yeah, to do Philly, Atlanta and DC, it's going to be amazing.
And what have you guys thought of the reaction out here? There's so many Brentford fans, isn't there?
Yeah, it's just the love for Brentford, and it's just a common thing. So yeah, it's like one big family. It's just nice, a nice feeling.
And when you think back to the journey we've been on as a club, would you have ever imagined we'd be involved with something like this, seeing all these fans out there stateside?
No, this is just like a dream for every Brentford fan.
Griffin Park to this is crazy, sitting in the stands.
Yeah. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
It's like a big dream.
Here we are pitch side. This stadium is absolutely out of hand. Get a shot of this, Dan Brown. This is ridiculous. The boys are out on the pitch at the moment. Well, some of them have headed back in from their pitch walk, taking it all in. I'm not being funny. What's that? 3 tiers on that side, 3 in that. There's no roof, but you don't need a roof with this weather. It is absolutely incredible. This is, of course, an NFL stadium, but it is fit for a Premier League fixture today. Not any Premier League fixture, a West London derby against our dear neighbours, Fulham. I'm going to catch up with 2 of our ambassadors, Marcus Gale and Gary Blissett, in a minute, bringing them pitch side. Right, it is an unbelievable occasion here for the Premier League Summer Series. And guess who I've got with me now? Only absolute Premier League legend and England international Owen Hargreaves. Thanks so much for joining me, mate.
Pleasure. No, great to be here. Obviously, it's just before the game. Two great teams, obviously, that did so well last season, kind of finishing mid-table. So I think great opportunity for Brentford and Fulham to be out here, you know, with this American audience. I mean, it's a little bit hard, I'll be honest. But
I'm struggling, mate. I don't know how you're doing it in that.
TV, you got to dress like this. But, I'm really looking forward to the game. Yesterday was amazing. And I'm sure the boys, even though it's hot, I'm sure they'll put on a good show.
Look, obviously, I'm going to be biased here. We've got to talk about Brentford. What have you made of us over the last couple of years in the Premier League?
You know what? I think I say this to everybody. You guys, I think, are almost everybody's favourite when it's not their own team. Because I think you're just a blueprint of one of the best-run football clubs in the country. You know, obviously from Thomas Frank, the recruitment's amazing. They do so many things so well. I just think have a clear identity and how they want to play. Do it exceptionally well, even beating the best team in the world at Man City. So much to be proud of, I think, if you're Brentford, and for the players and for the fans, they should be delighted.
Thanks so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Good luck this season.
Thanks, cheers. We've just spoken to Owen Hargreaves, but now we've got two proper Brentford legends, Gary Blissett and my good friend, the ambassador, Marcus Gale. Guys, I mean, I spoke to you both at the fan event last night. We've been in the fan zone today. Yeah. We're in the stadium now, soaking this up. Got ourselves on the big screen there. This is just unbelievable, isn't it?
We have arrived, and by the way, that was Gary's moustache back in the day. I thought you found it.
I come.
I thought you found it.
But Gary, how amazing
I think I've got it. It's amazing. I mean, I live here, and I've watched soccer grow, football grow, over the last 10, 12 years. And this is amazing. And it's going to grow from here. Yeah. And the bees, there's loads of bees here, by the way. Yeah. And it's great to see us out here. This is what our club's all about. Togetherness, family atmosphere, and that's what you get in the States.
You spoke about that togetherness, and you guys have been out amongst the fans. And I'll be honest, I was looking around, I didn't see that many ex-players of other sides, and obviously you guys went to the pub yesterday. We had John in there, we had Cliff in there, Peter in there, Josh, Aaron. That's what it's all about, Mark, isn't it? It doesn't matter where we are, we bring everyone together.
We're a very personable club, and we put in the time and effort to connect to our fans. We've got new fans here overseas in the US, and that's what it's about. You know, I think we had the longest queue in the fan fest zones outside, and I was having a look at other clubs. I don't want to mention their names, but there was a few mannequins out there, for example.
Oh, that's because they knew you two were in there. That's why there was big queues. But yeah, it's on that. We talk about the American fans, and Gary, you'll know this firsthand. And people can say about our newer supporters that have joined the journey a little bit later, but the dedication from these fans out here, be it the early start times, the travel to get over here, it's on another level, isn't it?
Well, the bees, our fans have always been that way.
Yeah.
You know, we played in back in the day in the Intertoto Cup. In Italy. They love an away trip. And yesterday, you know what was amazing yesterday? Seeing US bees, UK bees come together and party like we do when we win a game back at the G-Tech. It was amazing.
It felt like home.
It did.
That's what it felt. It felt just like home.
Last night.
Yeah, it could have been.
Exactly.
That's the main thing.
So I'll let you guys go, but thanks so much for your time. Cheers, lads.
I'll sleep on. Stop that. Give him back his tash.
Number 81.
time here at the Lincoln Financial Field. It finishes Fulham 3, Brentford 2, but still positives to take for a pre-season fixture. Minutes in the tank as well, and these guys behind me have been absolutely brilliant all day. Next stop, Atlanta.